thinking about I will try a bigger backing plate, because all the damage to these little ones is after it's got to the end of the plate. Retainer plate, retainer. And all the big reeds are undamaged completely, so if I could run this, make it a bigger diameter just to cover the little ones, maybe that's enough. I just don't know if it'll perform the same. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Not bad for over, I'll probably be good 15 minutes running time. And even when I took it, I stopped it and took it out, there was no heat in this at all. Any of it was all cold. If you take too long to get them started, they can overheat, and then that weakens them. Anyway, I'll just have to swap that very small one and continue with the bigger one, which is a bit of a record. Another thing that failed, I thought, was this pump, one of these micro pumps, but it turns out it never failed at all. It's just the hose came off because of all this wiggling of the, you know, plugging in batteries and stuff. So the Talon 25 Castle things have been brilliant too. And these three phase, not three phase, yeah, something like that. There's no brushes in them anyway. And these gear pumps that are made for labs work perfect for this jet. They can pump just enough fuel, no problem. And they're pumping petrol and diesel, and so that's what's inside. The conic ring has all them louvers. The blast comes up, around and back, and it cooks all the fuel that's washing onto the walls here from the spray. When the reeds are shut, that's where the fuel goes. It just sprays into this, moves up towards that, which is red hot from the fire, and down the pipe. And although I made this yoke to stop pipes bending, this pipe's still bent. I thought it might have had something to do with this, but now I think it doesn't. It might have had something to do with running two together. I've got to look at the videos and see how I had it positioned with the spark plugs, and that might have been the heat pumping into the other one that caused the bend, or it's something they call, well, so I've heard people say you should anneal them first. It's like put it in a heat oven and run it in there to set temperature for a certain amount of time, and then they don't bend after that. So I'll have to look into that one too, because I don't really want them to bend all the pipes. If I put a straight edge along this, it touches the edge of this, so I don't want that. I'm trying to bend it back. I thought I'd put it around 180 degrees and hopefully it'll go back for whatever bent it, but it hasn't done so. So anyway, with these reeds, other than that backing plate, there's no reason why I'm going to change the design of these reeds with 3 reeds, plates or different thicknesses. What I'm just going to do is try different backing plates, and I want to try get 2 engines running side by side next. So I've got 4 of them over here, all the same, all ready to go, all ready to bend. That one there was the one I ran with it last time, but the interference was caused, and the reeds breaking was causing all sorts of dramas. So we'll see what issues we have with running them together next to each other. I don't think I'm going to be welding up the combustion chambers, just something Bob Maddox does, but that may be the only option in the end if you want to run them really close. I'd like to run 5 of them, you know, in a group, in a cluster all around. And you think about it, and what to do today, 23.5 pound thrust with the blower going. Barometric pressure today was a little bit on the lower side than the other day, but that's a lot of thrust. Not bad for, and not even kerosene. I don't think the kerosene actually gives it any more thrust. So, but I like to use 20% diesel. I think it helps protect the reeds, gives them all that sort of oily sort of texture. And I only really run the 2-stroke oil in it at all, but a lot leaner mixture ratio, just for the pump under there. So I know it's getting some lubrication and it'll last longer. Okay, thanks for watching.